FIH Hockey World. This edition of FIH Hockey World is full of colour, drama and action. And we start the show with all the fun and excitement surrounding the hockey lovers in the Netherlands. It attracts more than 10,000 young people each summer and is part of a new wave of how to enjoy hockey and introduce players to the sport, and it seems to be rocking. Coming up on this month's FIH Hockey World, we look ahead to the Hockey World League finals in Rosario and Raipur. The hammer was coming down as teams made their bids for the world's top hockey players at the auction for the 2016 Hockey India League. Action from down under at the finals of the Australian and New Zealand leagues as they prepared for the crucial Oceania Cup. And at five-a-side hockey, is it a whole new ballgame? The biggest hockey competition in the world, the Hockey World League has over 100 national teams taking part in 29 events in 19 countries. This is the tournament that gives hockey fans the chance to see their team go all the way to the Olympics.
He's put it into the top left-hand corner.
The Hockey World League gives a platform to even the smallest hockey-playing nations to create history.
What we're doing now, of course we have the World League, so there are countries where hockey is not so big as here are competing in this competition. Maybe they even go to round 3, maybe round 4, you don't know. So that's a good way to get the sport better known in countries where the sport is smaller.
Played over 2 years and 4 rounds, Hockey World League is fast-paced and action-packed. The first edition of the tournament was played in 2012-13 and was a treat to watch. It was a double delight for the Dutch, winning both the men's and the women's titles.
Another deflecting goal for Jonker, his hat-trick, the Netherlands' 7th goals. In all the excitement, the hooter has sounded and the Netherlands have won the final, and they've won it in convincing fashion. It's Palmer over it with a straight flick, low and to the keeper's right. Eventually gets the shot off goal, bang, and scores! That has got to be the goal of the tournament. And there go the Dutch. The Netherlands are the champions, the first ever winners of the Hockey World League, the 2013 champions. The Dutch victorious here against Australia.
The first edition of the Hockey World League was certainly a huge success and created the platform for growth. Going into the second edition, the numbers prove a growth in popularity. In the first edition of the men's event, 54 teams took part and played a total of 185 matches. This time, 56 teams have taken part, and they will have played a total of 213 matches by the end of the finals. In the first edition of the women's event, 45 teams took part and played a total of 182 matches. This time, 51 teams have taken part. By the time the finals are finished, they will have played 212 matches. Over 1,000 athletes have taken part, playing over 12,000 minutes of hockey and treating fans to over 1,000 goals in the process. Trophies, world ranking points and prize money are all on the line. The best 8 men's teams will gather in Raipur for the finals, which get underway on November the 27th. Separated into two pools of 4, the event will witness plenty of renewed rivalries.
To play in the World League Finals in December means a huge amount to our group. Going to India, which is growing in their stature in hockey, playing against the top 8 teams in the world. You don't get many chances, especially coming from Australia. We find it hard to get top level competition regularly, so for us it's a big opportunity.
The opening day will see one of the hottest rivalries in world hockey. A rerun of the 2012 London Olympic Games gold medal match, Germany will take on defending Hockey World League champions, the Netherlands. The Germans will be looking to avenge their 6-1 defeat against the Dutch in the Euro Hockey Championships in August this year. The world's top teams means the world's top players. The question is, which of them will have the decisive influence? We've picked out a few that could make the difference. Known as Big Dog, Chris Cirello is regarded as one of the best drag flickers in the history of the game.
Comes to Cirello, takes the flick and scores! Australia have done it!
He's played a key role for the Kookaburras on many occasions. This includes the Commonwealth Games and the World Cup in 2014, where he scored a hat-trick of goals in both the finals. At the Hockey World League semi-finals in Antwerp this year, Cirello was the second highest goal scorer of the tournament with 5. Come November, he would certainly be one of the most dangerous players to watch out for at Raipur. Christopher Ruhr is the rising star of Germany. He burst onto the scene at the 2013 Hockey Junior World Cup and forced his way into the senior team and was a crucial figure at the World Cup in 2014 and at the World League semi-finals.
Ruhr into the circle, Ruhr on the burst stick, yes there is! Christopher Ruhr shows what he is capable of.
Ruhr, who shared the top spot amongst the goal scorers, played a crucial role in helping Germany win the final of the Hockey World League semi-finals in Buenos Aires. The new young star of Germany, Ruhr, is certainly a player to watch out for at Raipur.
Into the circle, ahead it. Oh, what a goal! Jeroen Hertzberger, take him out!
Jeroen Hertzberger is an ace striker of the Netherlands team. He scored a stunning goal in the Netherlands' win in the final of the Euro Hockey Championships in London this year. With 3 goals to his name at the Hockey World League semi-finals in Buenos Aires, this 29-year-old forward showed his ability and class. He could play a crucial role in giving the Dutch an edge in Raipur.
John Doman sets off on the celebratory run.
John Doman is a classy, creative midfielder who rarely puts a foot wrong. The 27-year-old Belgian captain is currently at the peak of his powers. He was named player of the tournament at the Fintro Hockey World League semi-final and is certainly going to be a massively influential figure for his team in Raipur. The Indian captain is a talismanic midfielder who is rated as one of the best players in the game.
Yuvraj Valmiku slipped that ball to Sardar, trying to close the gap. Sardar shoots, Sardar scores!
Involved with the international setup since 2003, India's ace has played over 200 international matches. He is one of those players that just seems to have more time than others. At the World League final, Sardar's form and fitness will be crucial to the home team's success in Raipur. Just like the men, the 8 women's teams taking part at the Hockey World League final in Rosario will also witness renewed rivalries.
Moves up and puts it bottom right as she looks at it and gives Korea the lead. Nanskorn shoots, Nanskorn scores.
Also, it's really nice to play in Argentina, always a big crowd, and the people love hockey in Argentina, and we really love to play there, and we like the fans there in Argentina.
The opening day will play host to one of the hottest rivalries in world hockey, when reigning World, Olympic and Hockey World League champions, the Netherlands, begin their title defence against Germany.
It's always in Germany, that's like our neighbors, that's from, in every sport I think, with Holland and Germany, the big rival is Germany. We kind of grew up with that.
Australia will be looking to avenge their penalty shootout loss to hosts Argentina in the 2014 Champions Trophy final, as both teams take on each other in the pool stage. Let's take a quick look now then at some of the women who may influence the result in Rosario. Danson is the star forward of the Great Britain team.
Thinks about slapping it, goal back, looks for the deflection, does it creep in? Yes, it does!
She was named in the 2011 FIH World All-Stars team. Danson was the second highest goal scorer at the Euro Hockey Championships in August this year and was adjudged player of the tournament. The star performer was also the second highest goal scorer at the 2015 Hockey World League semi-finals in Valencia, and would be one of the best strikers to watch out for at Rosario. Anita Punt plays for the New Zealand team, both as a forward and a midfielder.
So Punt with another opportunity. Punt scores for New Zealand. They have a lifeline.
Touted as one of the fastest female hockey players in the world, Punt has a reputation for her speed. In the Hockey World League semi-finals in Antwerp, Punt was amongst the list of top goal scorers with 6 to her name. This 29-year-old midfielder is a standout talent and will play a key role for the Netherlands in Rosario.
Open goal, and the Netherlands have done it. Hogue has scored.
Ellen Hogue produced a series of exceptional performances to help her team lift the 2014 Rabobank Hockey World Cup on home soil and was rightly adjudged Player of the Tournament. She was also crowned FIH Player of the Year for 2014. The Hockey World League, the best men's and women's teams in the world, playing in the biggest hockey tournament in 2015. Stay tuned to Hockey World, and we promise to bring all the action that matters. After the break on Hockey World, we find out who was splashing the cash for the superstars of hockey at the HIL Auction. The buzz from five-a-side hockey and action from the hockey leagues in Australia and New Zealand. It's just round the corner. The 4th edition of the Hockey India League is set to roll in January 2016. But first, the franchises had to put their money on the line and bid for their squads. It was a tense time for everyone involved as the big names in the hockey world gathered in New Delhi for the HIL auction. 270 of the world's best players from 20 countries went under the hammer. The fortunes of the hockey players and the team lineups for all 6 franchises were decided in one room in one day. In a dramatic day that saw money being splurged generously, the Germans garnered maximum attention. 3 German players, Moritz Förster, Florian Fuchs and Tobias Hauke, were the top 3 buys from the auction. And the talking point of the day was undoubtedly Germany's midfielder, Moritz Förster.
Here we go. Here's another star. Moritz Förster at 105, and with the Kalinga Lancers, 105. Thank you, Kalinga Lancers.
He became the first player in the history of the HIL to break the barrier of 100,000 as he was sold to Kalinga Lancers for a whopping $105,000.
We know about German captain Moritz, what's his capability and what he can do it, because he's a proven player in the not only in the international when he's with the Ranchi Rhinos earlier, and what we wanted to build a team surrounding him because we know he's a good leader.
There was a lot of curiosity when India's star playmaker Sardar Singh's name came up for auction.
Sardar Singh, Olympian, current captain of India's national team there you go. At 58,000, I'm selling to the Warriors. If you've all done, at 58,000, he goes, the Warriors, thank you. And thank you, the Wizards.
जो हमारे कोच हैं, असिस्टेंट कोच हैं, उनके मुताबिक हम टीम में सरदार को फिट कर नहीं पा रहे थे, इसलिए हम सरदार के बारे में हम इतना ध्यान नहीं दिए.
Surprisingly, he was released by his previous franchise, the Delhi Wave Riders, where he had captained the team for 3 years. The unlikely pick of the day was the young Indian striker Akashdeep Singh. 3 franchises went all out in their bid to buy the striker, and at the end, he was bagged by Uttar Pradesh Wizards.
Akashdeep Singh at 84,000 with the Wizards. We're all done with them then at $84,000.
It's always good to see the youngsters getting so much of money. The youngsters, again, the future potential players of Indian hockey would then look forward to players like Akashdeep getting so much of value and weightage like the other senior players.
The 4th edition of the Hockey India League gets underway on January the 18th. All the Indian stars are involved and plenty of international ones too. Let's take a quick look at the contracts. Hockey is going places, and so is the short format of the game. The success of Hockey Fives in the Youth Olympic Games in China in 2014 propelled the International Hockey Federation to look at further plans for the short format. With this objective, the FIH, in collaboration with Loughborough University in England, conducted a 2-day test of equipment, rules and format.
We need to appeal to new people, different people, even people within the sport who want to see something different and want to take part in something different. So having a short format for the game we see as being essential. We're dynamic, we're progressive. We're actually prepared to take that step into a little bit of the unknown, to try something different and try and create something that, say, appeals to those people who haven't really been engaged with the sport. And we saw through the Nanjing Youth Olympic Games how by doing something different we attracted a new audience of people.
Loughborough University students who played the shorter version during the testing were excited about the format.
It's a lot faster, so you're a lot more involved. It's not really like one set position, you're forward and you're defence, and it's just, yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, you get the ball a lot more.
It's a great idea. I think it's a quicker game, there's a lot more passing on the ball, and also you can use the boards. It takes the defenders by surprise sometimes.
It's pretty good, it's pretty similar to indoor, so as a keeper you have to come out and be pretty active and try and use your stick as much as possible.
The FIH is looking at hockey fives as a complementary form of the 11-a-side game. Umpires who officiated the matches during the testing shared their own experiences.
It's good, it's a lot faster. I think your positioning you really have to think through because people take them different angles. Players are obviously still trying to get used to it, and more in this game they're using the boards more. So exciting stuff.
It's important that Hockey Fives continues to evolve and develop and brings a whole new generation of players to the sport. Ahead of the Oceania Cup, the Australian and New Zealand hockey players had a chance to gear up for the tournament as they sweated it out in their respective league finals. It was 6 days of power-packed hockey in the 2015 edition of the Australian Hockey League. Knee played host to the women's event. The men's action took place in Darwin. In the women's leg, the final saw Queensland Scorchers take a 2-1 victory over the Victorian Vipers to clinch the title. Their second title in 3 years.
Blast, trying to circle back of the net, that's a goal! And there's a full-time siren. We got some happy Queenslanders in the crowd because they've won the 2015 Women's AHL gold medal.
The men's leg saw a hard-fought final between the Queensland Blades and the Western Australia Thundersticks. But in the end, the Queensland Blades came out on top, thanks to a brace from Kale Kramer.
Pretty good final. Quality maybe not there after a solid week, but fought it out. That's exactly what you think you have to do in a final, and we did it. I'm so proud. I love being part of it. You can see how we enjoy it. We all love being part of the team.
In the recently concluded new National Hockey League in New Zealand, the women's final saw Auckland power to their second straight title with a dominant 6-0 win over hosts Northland. While in the men's competition, the Capital Cobras took the title with a 4-3 win in the shootout against the Southern Dogs. While the New Zealand women had already qualified for Rio 2016, the New Zealand men faced a stern test with a full-strength Australian side awaiting them in the 2015 Oceania Cup. We'll bring you the complete action from the Oceania Cup and also the African Championships in the next episode of the FIH Hockey World. We hope you've enjoyed this month's look inside the world of hockey, and there's plenty of cracking action coming up in the next few weeks. The HIL Hockey World League final for the men's event starts on November the 27th in Raipur, while the women's final round begins on December the 5th in Rosario. Keep up to date with the latest developments and updates from the world of hockey by logging on to our official website www.fih.ch. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat and stay updated with our exclusive features, photos and much more. And remember, we want to hear from you. That's it from Hockey World this month. We'll bring you the best of hockey from around the world every month. But for now, from us hockey lovers, it's goodbye.